Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this really pretty sparkly bronze makeup. So today I wanted to do something that was really easy, smoky, soft, daytime appropriate, nighttime appropriate, and then also wanted to just kind of add a lot of glow to the skin. It's Easter and we are getting ready to go to lunch. So I wanted to just kind of jazz it up a little bit. And I wanted to, originally I was thinking about doing something pink because I knew I'd be wearing pink, but I opted to do just something that would go with anything in case I decided that I was wearing something else. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then let's go. Alright guys, so I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to use my Lay and Low paint pot. I don't really know what kind of look I'm going for today, to be honest with you guys. I just want to see where it goes. What I will tell you is that in looking at my palette, the palette that I knew I wanted to use, damn, I just thought of another one. The Biba palette is one, and then I just thought about the gold palette by Natasha Denona. Two Natasha Denona palettes. I love this palette so much, and I really want to use this, but I also want to use the gold palette. I'm gonna grab both and see, but in the meantime I'm going to take my Laneige sleeping mask. My lips feel so dry, I don't know why. Guys, I think we're gonna go gold palette. I love the Biba palette, and that's really what I want. Not that I want to use it, I know I want to do something with shimmer, and we know that the Biba palette does not have shimmer, so by default, gold wins! Woo! Boom. That's the kind of stuff I do for my son. I make little wacky noises for him. I'm gonna actually go in with Tusk from the Biba palette because the gold palette does not have a shade like this, and I need to set this primer. So today's Easter and my family and I are going to a restaurant, a seafood restaurant. And I'm really excited because I love seafood. I could eat seafood every day. I love it so much. Damn, I keep looking at Biba and I'm like, I want to use you. Let's go in with this gold. I'm going to go in with the shade Aria, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to use this Royal Langnickel Fluffy Brush. I have the hardest time reading the names off of this brush because the handle's gold and then the writing I think is in white. Yeah. I'm not even going to try, guys. It's just a fluffy blending brush, and it's a natural hair brush. And I really enjoy their brushes. I have especially fallen in love with their face brushes. So I'm going to be using a few of those today. What else is it going to... Oh, so yesterday, which was Saturday... Damn, there's a little gap in my eyebrow. Oh, snap. I have a little pimple here and I was scratching at it. I think I pulled out hair. You guys know I don't have hair. Anyway, so I was, I had the worst freaking migraine that I've had in a long time. I'm going to put some of this Grande Lash serum on my brow. We don't play with that. Nope. We don't play with gaps. You can see it, look. Anyway, so I had the worst, I was going to say hangover, the worst migraine that I've had in a long time. I've been getting migraines more consistently now in the past like maybe 3 months. as a kid, well, a teenager, I remember the first time that I got one. I was sick, and then all of a sudden I just had this really bad sensitivity to light, and I thought it was just because I was sick. And my mom's room, it was the darkest room in the house. Like, she had really heavy curtains to keep it dark at night, and during the day, because my mom worked the night shift for a while, so she would sleep during the day. And I legit locked myself in her room, closed the curtains. That was the only room I could be in, and even just like the slightest amount of light that would come in would set me off puking. Like, it was bad. So after a few days, it lasted a few days of me being that way, my mom was like, okay, we need to take you to the doctor. So again, you know, we had never had experience with migraines before, and we didn't know what was going on. We just assumed that it was because I was sick. And my mom, we're going to take a little bit of teak, ends up taking me to the doctor, and I kept telling her that the light was bothering me, and that, you know, I didn't feel well. And just as I'm in the waiting area, I started to puke. I couldn't hang it in there anymore. I lost it, and I was just puking. I puked on the doctor's floor in the waiting area, mind you. I puked in, even as we were waiting for the doctor to see me, they had the garbage can there, and the light was just messing with me. It was the worst migraine up until yesterday. You know, they prescribed medication. I took it for a while, and then I would be able to feel. If any one of you guys has migraines, let me know if this is the case. But before, I would be able to tell you when I was getting one, because my teeth would start to hurt. Like, it would feel like this pressure in my teeth, and I knew that it was coming. So at the time, Excedrin migraine had just come out, and I remember I saw commercials for it, and I didn't have my prescription. So I went and I got it, and I took it right away, because I'm like, I can't let this get out of, you know, control, just because I knew how bad it could get. And yeah, I ended up, you know, being able to take it. My older sister ended up having migraines, and I remember telling her about Excedrin migraine. I believe she was living in New York when she called me, and she's like, I can't find Excedrin migraine anymore. She's like, it's not on the market, and I don't know why they had pulled it, but for a few years it wasn't available, and we were both pretty screwed. She ended up having to get medication prescribed to her too. So it wasn't fun. But yesterday, going back to yesterday, this is what we're looking like so far, guys. I feel like I want like a little more red. I don't know what I want. Anyways, let's just see where it goes. So yesterday was really bad. I took Excedrin migraine because we always have it at home. It wasn't working, and I felt it. It was in the front here, and then it traveled down to like my eyes. I woke up with like super puffy lids. I'm not exaggerating, you guys. It looked like I had a monolid, like and it was just the top here, and this is where I could feel the pressure. And then as it got worse, it literally felt like my bones here were being crushed. That's the only way I could explain it. Like, it just felt like it was being crushed. And it got really bad. I ended up calling my mom, and they took my son. And my sister, my younger sister, recently started to get migraines. I guess it runs in the family, right? And she had given me a few weeks ago, because I told her, I'm like, my migraines are coming back. Sometimes the Excedrin doesn't work. She gave me her prescription, and I took it yesterday. I took it. It took hours before it kicked in. Like, it was the worst. And then once it started to kick in, I literally felt like I was out of my body. Like, I felt, oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking Log, which is this dark brown here. I literally felt like I was outside of my body, just kind of looking down. It was the weirdest thing. And I felt really dizzy, and it was just such a crappy Saturday. It was horrible. And then I didn't start to feel better until like late afternoon. And at that point I went to my mom's house to get my son, and she made soup, so I had some soup, but it was the worst. And this morning when I was in the shower, I literally felt like the top of my head was hurting. Like I felt like, and I'm like, oh no, not today. But so far so good. And I don't want to take like medicine just because I feel something coming on. That's not the case. And just a fun fact for you guys, so I had adult braces. I don't know if some of you remember, because I know some of you have been with me for a really long time. I stopped being able to predict or feel my migraines coming on once I got my teeth fixed. Once I had my braces, nope, couldn't feel anything. So they just kind of happen. Where at least before I had a little bit of warning. So this is another small blending brush. And I am just taking this and fluffing. I think this is probably like the most I've talked in a video. I'm not very chatty. Sometimes I am. So I'm going to take the shade Alchemist, which is this shade here, with my finger. And I'm going to place this in the center of my eye. What else? I go back to work tomorrow. I've been off for a week. It doesn't feel like it's been a week. Oh, so the other thing, so yeah, yesterday was just traumatizing for me, guys. Because my lids were so swollen, I have dryness and texture just in the crease. I don't know why. I mean, I've never had my eyes swell like that. And actually, one of my really good friends, she suffers from migraines. Hers are like the worst though, and it's just really inexplicable. And Kava, I'm gonna go in with Kava in the inner corner. And she, when they've gotten really bad for her, her face will swell. Like I remember there was one time she'd been out for a while and I checked in on her and she's like, oh, my migraines are just really bad. And she sent me a snap of her, and the migraine was on her left side, and the left side of her face was swollen. And it's not like an exaggerated swollen. Like, for those of you that have migraines, you'll know what I'm talking about, but it's just a swelling that you can see it, but it's kind of like, is it really swollen? But hers, you could see, like, you could see the difference, the contrast. You know, in my case, it was like both eyes. I don't know if it was all that obvious. I was home by myself. My husband had to work. So I don't know. So I'm taking Kava and just blending it into that shade we used in the middle. This is what we are looking like, ladies and gents. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, mascara, and no, actually mascara and liner, and then we'll do eyebrows after foundation. Holy moly, I'll be back. All right, so I hope that my footage is okay, because my battery died and I put a new one in, and it said something about recovering the data, that it was lost, blah blah blah. So either way, I'm not liking the way that this eye look is looking. I feel like it looks a little muddy. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, we're going to finish it, but I'm probably going to end up filming just an eye look that is different, because I'm not feeling this. Which happens, right? That's makeup. So I am going to use the face tape, and this is in the shade 36S. I think, yes, at this point you should already be able to see my review on it. But guys, it's good. I'm going to use a Sigma 3D HD brush. It's so good. I really like it. I didn't do mascara on my lower lashes yet, because we're going to put foundation and concealer on. we had our little family get together, or not get together, getaway. It was nice. It was really nice to go away. And even though we weren't far, we were just 2 hours away. It was nice just to get a change, you know, a change of scenery. It makes a difference. Who knows, maybe I'll end up keeping this look. Sometimes this happens actually more often than not, where I'm like, I don't know if I'm feeling it, I don't think I like it. And then I finish it and I'm like, oh, we're good. Man, this foundation just goes on like a dream. I'm really worried about my eyebrow, guys. Y'all know I don't have any. So we have quite a busy day today. We're also going to my cousin's house. I guess for a dinner. It was kind of last minute. And typically, holidays are spent with our family. I come from a very large family. I have a lot of cousins. And typically, all holidays are done with the cousins. This year, no one's kind of stepped up. And one of my cousins decided last minute to have something, and he's like, come on by, let's grill. Okay. He's a really good cook. Not only that, but I mean, to me it was a little sad that we weren't all getting together. And then you kind of also go, well, life happens, right? People have their own families. Who knows what people have planned? It's bittersweet, I guess. Okay, so we are going to take this Milk Makeup Setting Powder. I've had this for a while. I have so many other powders that it's not one that I think to grab for. I'm going to take this Royal Langnickel brush. Wait, gotta do my concealer. Ooh, I was about to get ugly, guys. So I'm using this Makeup Forever concealer. This, honestly, right now, this has got to be my favorite concealer. And I know it because I am using the Sephora collection whenever I want to use this one. And I like the Sephora collection. I'm telling you guys, it's a good one. I think it's a dupe for this. But because I don't want to waste this one, even though I can replace it, I'm already pretty low on it. But because I don't want to waste it, I find myself like, I'll just use the Sephora one today. I'm going to take my my Juno & Co sponge and just blend this out. My big one. The mini ones are cute, and if you're somebody that prefers a smaller sponge, you'll love it because it's great quality. But I like to use my larger sponge. It's faster. That's all it is. It's faster for me. And I have sausages for fingers. You know, guys, I may end up keeping this look. I'm telling you, sometimes all it takes is just a little work. So when you're feeling like, oh, I hate my makeup, it's so ugly, keep working at it. Ooh, this powder is so finely milled. I'm sure you guys can see that it's getting everywhere. And I also forgot that this one, if you let it sit too long, it does start to feel dry. Like right now. It's a pretty powder though. But if you're a little on the drier side, you're not gonna like it. Okay guys, so I'm gonna put on eyebrows and then we'll come back to finish the rest of the face. Alright guys, so I have eyebrows. I actually really like the way they look today. So I'm gonna go in with Extended Play Giga Black Lash by MAC. And guys, I have decided that this is my makeup for today. I do like the way it looks. But I'm telling you, sometimes the process, and that's why I always tell my clients, like, the process is not pretty. Please don't look until it's kind of put together. Because otherwise, sometimes I think people look at it and go, what the hell is she doing? Or why does it look like that? You know, just normal stuff. I like it, I like it, I like it. I think I may go in a little bit more with that shimmery gold. the lightest one that we use in the inner corner. But I like the way it looks. Alrighty. So I'm going to take a shimmer shade. I just don't know which one. Ooh, this is going to be tough. I'm going to go in again with Kava, which is the lightest shade that I use in the inner corner, and I'm just going to touch it up a little bit. So I wanted to use a shimmer shade under my brow, but I think we're going to use highlighter for that because there isn't anything really that stands out in this palette in terms of what I want for my brow area. But I will tell you guys that I definitely painted over skin. My hair is missing for sure. Ay, 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 Gabriela. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I was scratching away at that little pimple. Ooh, I'm going to go into the Biba palette and use Monroe. I'm going to take this small little shader brush by MAC. This is a 228. And I'm going to take again Monroe. I'm just going to apply it right here. Yes. I need to go in again with my brush for my brow because I'm wiping away the product because there's no hair. Alright guys, and I'm going to take that same shade and just pop it in the inner corner here. And mama is happy. I almost feel like I want to take a little, no, I was going to say a little bit under my eyes. Nope, we don't. We're okay. We like the way it looks. And now what? Oh, my face. So I'm going to use this blush, this bronzer by Too Faced. Makes me so happy. I'm going to take my 135 by MAC. I know it's a little weird to see me use it, right? And I'm going to run it. Yes, 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 yes. I like this bronzer more for contouring than actually warming up my face because I feel like it's too gray to bronze up my face, but look at that. Giving me cheekbones. So my son is watching these videos, right? So he is really into videos with like kids playing, like with Play-Doh and stuff. And I think it's because my niece is into that, and so he's like, you know, he's discovered it and he likes it, which is just like the weirdest thing to me. But I guess it's kind of like what we do, right? Where we're playing with makeup and we're watching somebody else apply their makeup, but it's just kind of weird to me. So I showed you guys this blush by Sephora Collection, and we're going to use it. I'm going to use it with this brush, which is also Sephora Collection. And man, this brush is just so soft. But look at how pretty that is. It's just a really pretty, soft rose that just goes with everything. I picked up some of the new Cover FX blushes. So once I have those, I'll show you guys. Or once I have an idea of how I feel about them, I'll show you guys what we're working with. But I really like this blush. For my lips, I'm going to take Contour Lip Liner by Pat McGrath. And as you guys can see, I've kind of overdrawn my bottom lip a little bit. And I'm going to overdraw them just a tad. And now, let's go in with, she's an Influencer lip gloss by Patrick Ta. I ended up picking up another one. I really liked it. We're gonna go in with MAC's Beaming Blush. It's like a pink with gold reflex. Yep, this is exactly what I needed. All right, my loves, this is the final look. I feel like, no. I'm gonna go in with this Royal Langnickel blush brush, and I really want to get more of that pink. I love this brush. It's so dense and soft. It's like freaking amazing. Okay, and then to soften that, I'm gonna go back in with my foundation brush, just because I don't want this intense blush. Y finito. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I'm going to set everything in place, and I'm going to be using this spray by Tarte. And I'm out. I really like this. Alright guys, this is the final look. Alright, let's talk product. You guys know I love this. If you haven't, check out my video on this foundation and what my thoughts are. The Patrick Ta lip glosses, I really like them. They're not sticky. They are nice oily consistency. They're really hydrating. They're glossy. And I do like the tingly mint effect. The Natasha Denona Biba palette, you guys know that I love this palette. It is absolutely stunning. And she's my baby. Let's talk Pat McGrath. So the Pat McGrath lip pencil in contour, which is what I have on. You guys saw I did my foundation and everything, and then I went in and overlined my lips. This is like the perfect pencil to overline your lips. Like, you know how Scott Barnes does the contour underneath the lip and then goes over it with the foundation? This literally gives you that same effect without having to do all the work. It's what I have on now. And I mean, they're overdrawn. The Natasha Denona Gold palette. Guys, Natasha Denona is pricey, but she's worth it. She's totally worth it. Her formula is stunning. It's so easy to blend. Ooh, I just found a color that I'm going to pop. No. Her shimmers are beautiful. Her mattes are beautiful. Her colors are stunning. And I really love the way that this look turned out. Let's quickly talk brushes. So I used a few of the Royal and Langnickel brushes today. These are part of their Omnia collection. These are the natural hair brushes. This one I used to blush. I didn't use it on camera. I used it to add additional blush and just kind of smooth everything out after I set my face with the spray. This brush is one that I used to apply powder. You guys see what I'm doing, right? This is amazing. I really enjoy this brush for powder. I've used it to bronze. I've used it to blush. I love it. This is by far one of my favorite brushes. I use it to add blush. I've used it to bronze my face. I used it to contour. I love this brush. This is actually the, damn, this is fun, BOM 35. And this is such a lovely brush. It's really dense, but it's super, super soft. It's like silky soft. It blends, it deposits color. Like, this is just an amazing brush. And then I used two of their brushes for my eyes. And no, I lied, 3 brushes for my eyes. These guys are also natural hair brush. All of the gold line are natural hair brushes. They are lovely. They blend out like a dream. They're super soft, and like this little flat guy is really lovely for packing in color. I actually ended up using this on the outside, if you guys recall, when I went in to add additional color. And then the last brush is this guy. This is a synthetic brush, and this is part of the Moda Pro line, and this is the BMX265 Glow Brush, and this is what I use to apply my highlight. I've also used this to add powder under my eyes, also just dust over my eyelids. The Royal and Langnickel brush line is fantastic. I think they do a really beautiful job with their brushes. They're synthetic and they're natural hair brushes. I own most of the natural hair brushes, and I highly recommend them if you're looking to expand your collection and not want to spend an arm and a leg on a good set of brushes. They are very much an affordable brush line, and you can get them at Walmart. I want to say that you can only get their synthetic line at Walmart and their website, but you can't get their natural hair brushes at Walmart. I haven't seen them, at least. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this and that you are enjoying your time with your family, or I should say that you've enjoyed your time with your family. And if you like this video, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome to mi familia. I appreciate your time, and thank you. There I am being creepy again. Please be sure to leave me a comment down below letting me know if there's anything that you guys would like for me to film, review, or if you guys have any questions. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.